Hey Internet, this is Ari Koinuma speaking for blackbirdsfly.com, and today I wanted to talk to you about the meaning of life while we listen to Death Cab for Cutie, the new year. As of this recording, it is January of 2016, and it is an appropriate time to listen to this song. Of course, Death Cab for Cutie doesn't really need any introductions. They're a very famous band, well known for their poignant and insightful songs that really help us think about and look at things in life in a different and sort of deeper way. And this song is no exception. So to start out, the character is going, so this is the new year and I don't feel any different. And he has no resolutions, and there is a sense of a letdown in a way that starts the song. But if you want to take a step back for a moment and just figure out, okay, so a new year, right? A sense of time. Time is a arbitrary concept. It's a system that we humans created because without it, it's hard to keep track of how much time has passed. The Earth keeps spinning around the sun, and the sun goes up and the sun goes down, and however many times it repeats, it's just hard to keep track if you don't have a system of time. So the wise people analyzed how the Earth is functioning in our solar system and came up with the units of time. And I bring that up because it's a great example of how, if you think about it, that is a human imagination at work, human creativity that created a structure out of something that didn't have a structure before and gave meaning to it. And we set up expectation so that a year feels like a fairly substantial unit of time. And when a new year comes, at least here in US, and I'm sure it happens in many other cultures, they start talking about things like New Year's resolution, right? How are you going to make your life better this year? Well, that is a power that we humans exercise to create meaning out of something that didn't have meaning before. We assigned that meaning, and then put some expectations around it. And that same thing can apply to what you choose to do with your life, whether it's New Year's Day or not. So this character is going, so New Year, here you are. What you got, right? It's really coming from that point of view of being passive, being recipient, letting life happen to you. That sort of attitude. And I think we all agree that if you stay there, you will feel disappointed and everything will feel meaningless. You're not using your power to assign meanings to things. But curiously, the song doesn't stay there either. This character starts imagining things like, okay, well, let's think for a moment what it would be like to be pretty, to have money, and to have no limits. And that's where the song sort of ends. So this is the new year, and I wish if we could live without feeling so constrained, right? And this is my interpretation, but I think that this character would have gotten there had he stayed on this thought process that, oh, wait a minute, I am the only one who's creating these constraints. I have the power, the creative power to create meaning out of the moment in life that I'm living right now. Right now is the only thing that you have. The past is already gone and the future is ahead of you. Right now is the only thing you have, and you have the power to make meaning out of that. Just as we created a sense of unit of time out of just the sun going up and sun going down. If you think your life is meaningless, then you are out of practice in terms of flexing your muscle. It's kind of like a muscle, right? If you don't use it, it goes limp and it becomes weak. And you're used to the sense of that lethargic feeling, that hopeless sentiment, saying, well, my life has no meaning, I can't change that. Well, you can start out by changing small things. You can start out by saying, I'm going to brush my teeth in a different order today. Or I'm going to toss out all the junk out of my wallet, which I do sometimes. Periodically, I collect receipts and other junk in my wallet. I might take out my garbage. Whatever little things that you can to create order, create structure out of chaos. That is the same power that you use to create meaning out of possibly meaningless moments. And the more you use it, the more you can you can drive that power to create the kind of experience in life that you want. And when you look back at your life, you go, okay, yes, so it had a meaning to it, and I am content with what we had. And that sort of sense of fulfillment and satisfaction makes you a happier person. It makes you a better person. It makes you more fueled and energized to contribute to the rest of the world and to the humanity. And it's just a positive cycle all around. And it's a world of difference from sitting there going, okay, New Year, what do you got? So, I hope you join me in listening to this awesome song and start exercising our power to create meaning. And it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter when it is that you're watching this. New Year's thing was just an excuse anyway. It's just the expectation that we set up. We don't need New Year to create a resolution or whatever it is that you need to approach to change your life, tweak it so that it is more meaningful. We can do this, and we can do this right now.
They never were healed or made complete, never were saved from this mess. See me fly for the last time,